Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Illuminate by Meritto. I am Som Samantre, and I'm thrilled you are here. For those who don't know, Meritto is the operating system for student recruitment and enrollments. We power over 1,200 educational organizations worldwide, streamlining everything for sales, marketing, admissions, finance, and operations teams. We handle over 1 billion student engagements every year, processing 100 million inquiries and 5 million applications on average. So, if this is your first time at Illuminate by Meritto, this series of live webinars covers the latest insights, best practices, and product updates centered around student recruitment and enrollment. We often host expert speakers from Meritto, as well as leaders and decision makers from across the education industry, so we can give you the best possible guidance for your day-to-day challenges. I'm excited to be here today with Parul, who just finished her first, okay, maybe second or more cup of coffee, I guess. And Sarthak, who has mastered the art of eating clean. Until someone says, let's order cha. We have all been there.
Everyone, great to be here. We have got some awesome caffeine-packed updates for Meritto, and that I can't wait to share with you.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining. Looking forward to diving into the Calypso enhancements later on.
Great. Awesome. So, as you know, we have got a packed agenda for today, covering enhancements across Meritto Suite and some significant updates to Calypso. We'll be talking about everything from enhanced user journeys and integrations to easier logins and smarter fleet collection. Our goal is to make this session informative and interactive.
Exactly. We will keep these things conversational. If you have any questions as we go, please drop them into the QA section below, and we will dedicate time at the end to address them. Your participation is the key.
Awesome, Parul. All right, so let's jump right in. We'll start with the latest from Meritto. So, Parul, why don't you help kick us off?
Sure thing, so we have focused heavily on giving you more visibility, control, and efficiency in your workflows. First up is, let's talk about conversion funnel, which we are calling student journey redefined. We know understanding exactly how your prospects move through your specific pipeline is fundamental. This is the reason we are introducing conversion status funnel. Now you can create and manage your conversion statuses across leads, applications, and opportunities tailored entirely for your unique process.
Exactly. And in fact, this sounds like a major step from predefined statuses. So I just wanted to ask, can institutions mirror their actual internal stages in this?
Precisely. No more generic labels forcing you to adapt your process to the system. If your internal stages looks like pre-discussion in progress or visa docs submitted or qualified but not converted, you can set up those exact statuses up in Meritto. This means your funnel finally reflects your reality.
That level of customization is truly fantastic, Parul, to be honest. So how does it tie into tracking their progress in this?
That's the other key part. Better yet, each status is intelligently linked to leave state changes. So, if a student moves from inquiry received status to an interview schedule status or from offer confirmed status to payment initiated status, it is automatically logged and reflected in the student profile. Can you pause for a second, Sarthak? Yeah. So when you land on Meritto portal, just go to settings. And under settings, go to the CRM section. And under CRM section, go to conversion funnel. Under the conversion funnel configuration, you can see your already mapped statuses that are already present in your on your portal. Now, if you want to add new status, it's very simple. You just need to click on new status, add the status name, define trigger as the lead stage that you want to focus on, and submit. Yes, folks, it's as simple as that. Now, how does it reflect on the student profile? Go to your lead manager, open an applicant's profile, and now that student reflects all the statuses in the order that you want. Now, if you want to change the status directly, you can also do that from here. This means your entire team, sales, admissions, counselors, has a crystal clear view, real-time view, and of every single student's precise status, leading to faster, more informed decisions and much smarter follow-ups. It truly redefines how you track and manage the student journey.
Great one, Parul. In fact, custom statuses reflecting reality automatically linked to progress. That's a powerful combination for team alignment and efficiency. Excellent. So what do we have next on the list here?
Next, let's talk about Doc Verify. We know document verification is a critical step, but it can often be a bottleneck. Time consuming, prone to errors, and involving a lot of back and forth, especially while dealing with multiple documents and re-uploads. Doc Verify is exactly made to solve for that. It brings you smart, swift, and secure management to this entire process.
Exactly, Parul. I do agree that document verification is definitely a very big pain point. But how does Doc Verify specifically address these challenges and streamline the processes?
First of all, DocVerify provides a robust multi-level verification framework right within the lead manager and the application manager. Think of it as the central hub of all things document related. Now, first of all, you get customized verification flows. Second, you get real-time status tracking. Third, you get integrated communication. Fourth, you get conditional logic. And finally, you get centralized control and viewing.
Wow, that's actually very incredibly comprehensive here. So basically customized workflows, multi-level approvals, real-time tracking, automated communication, and centralized control. It actually really covers the entire life cycle. So this seems applicable across different types of institutions, is it?
Absolutely. Whether you are a higher ed verifying transcripts and exam scores, or a K-12 school checking for birth certification and residency proofs, or even a study abroad consultancy managing passports and financial statements. Doc Verify provides a structure and an efficiency needed to handle document verification accurately and swiftly, ultimately enhancing experience for both your team as well as your students.
Okay, that's actually great. So now let's move on to a feature, that helps keep your workspace organized. So we are introducing delete automation here. So the case here is previously even unused automations, like, for example, if it is in a pause state, stop state, completed stage, or in a draft state, okay, it will actually clutter the listing page as they couldn't be removed.
The digital decluttering tool. How does it work?
So the thing is, the users with the necessary delete automation permission enabled will now see an option to delete these unused automations. You can delete them individually or even perform a bulk operation. So you can actually delete up to maximum 20 at a time, means 20 automations can be deleted at a time. So the idea is that it helps to manage your list and keep it focused on important automations that you have.
A crucial note, deletion is permanent and cannot be undone. So always double check before confirming.
Exactly. In fact, this is a very practical feature for better housekeeping. So now I believe we are slowly transitioning into some key integration updates here, Parul.
That's also connecting Meritto seamlessly with your essential communication and marketing platforms is a major focus. I'll hand it over to you to cover these exciting developments.
Thanks, Parul. Okay. So everyone, let's dive into integrations now. starting with the big one, and that is the WhatsApp business integration with Meta. So as you all are aware that Meritto is now officially recognized as a tech provider by Meta. This enables a deeper and more streamlined integration for using WhatsApp business service directly from Meritto.
Being a Meta Tech partner sounds significant. What does this unlock for our users?
See, the thing is, it actually unlocks greater amount of ease and control for clients and users. Key benefits include direct onboarding of new clients via embedded sign-up right within the Meritto portal. And it's actually, the best thing is that it's fully self-serve. A client can actually come into the portal and do all the steps without any hassle. You also get a simplified handling for creating message templates and initiating bulk WAPA communication. Those are already an existing feature in Meritto. Plus, you can add phone numbers and monitor their quality rating and messaging limit in real time, directly within Meritto, giving you a full 360-degree visibility. So you don't have to juggle between different platforms. Also, building on this foundation, we have added even more new capabilities, like, for example, dynamic display of quality and messaging limits for numbers that dynamically change as per your messaging and communications. Also, dedicated sections to view all the phone numbers that you have added in your WhatsApp business account. So you have a kind of a phone number listing page where you can see each and everything and details. Also, a completely revamped user interface for configuring Echo, that is our WhatsApp chat tool, and default replies, and the ability to manage your phone number, display names, and also your business profile details right from the CRM. Okay, so just to see all this in action, we are going to have a very small demo here, so we can actually jump right in. So the basic thing is that once you are into the Meritto portal, you can navigate to extensions, and from extensions, you can actually go on to your app store where you will actually be having your WhatsApp business app. So we are going, and you can install that WhatsApp business app, which will actually open a pop-up. You get two different options here. You can either insert a new number or you can migrate from an existing WhatsApp business number. Once you log in into your Facebook business portal, you will have this business portfolio that you need to select. And based on that, you will be again have to select and set up your new WhatsApp business account as per your convenience, or you can also take an existing WhatsApp business account you have. You have to add your display name, your category, and you're almost there. So yeah, and of course, you need to also take care of the display name standards. Here you get two options. That is, you need to add your phone number to the account. So there are two options. One is the free number that you get from Meta these days, and also you can add your own custom phone number that you have. But be assured that this needs to have SMS service enabled. Once you add the phone number, when you click on next, automatically you'll be redirected to a page where you will have to enter the OTP for verification. So in this case, we are just going ahead with a free WhatsApp number, which is actually OTP verified by Meta by itself, so you don't have to worry about OTP verification, and you can just go on to the finish stage. So once you actually get here, you can see the details of the phone number along with the quality and the messaging limits, and there on the user flow side, you can set up your messages. That is the default replies that you want whenever any lead directly messages you on your WABA number. Okay, as well as the keywords that you can have so that it will trigger those messages for resubscription and stopping messages. So it actually provides a control for your leads. And after this, you will also have the option to configure your business profile info. So basically, this is the info that will be shown to your leads when they actually interact with your, the Meta business account via WhatsApp. And also you can configure these things like whether you want to use it for your domestic or international purpose, and whether you want to enable Echo, that is the WhatsApp chat management tool, for this particular WABA number as well. So all in all, as you can see, this is a very efficient way to onboard yourself and start using your WABA services from Meritto. Clear, simple, and very slick.
Wow, managing WhatsApp communication just became significantly more integrated and powerful within the Meritto.
Exactly, Paro. So now let's shift to marketing optimization with Meta Conversions API, or CAPI. So this powerful feature that we are talking about right now helps you accurately track the real world impact of your Facebook ad campaigns by syncing offline events like enquiries generated, applications submitted, enrollments conferred, and payment made. Think of it is that you are trying to join the power of online tracking along with offline tracking directly back to your Facebook and Meta ads.
So this finally closes the loop between the online spends and the actual offline conversions.
Precisely. You see, all these are part of the Meritto suite, and we are actually offering them so that you can have full track and visibility on your lead funnel and lead channels. So you can measure how many leads are generated from Facebook's actually converting into enrolled students or complete payments, providing true ROI insights. It automates the data syncing, eliminating manual uploads. Okay, so it also ensures accurate attribution within the Meta's defined window, helps manage multiple ad accounts and pixels seamlessly, and ultimately allows you to optimize ad targeting for better results. We even provide reports within Meritto to track the events successfully sent to Meta.
Automated accurate offline conversion tracking for better ad optimization. That's invaluable for marketing teams.
Yes, in fact, couldn't agree more on this part. Now let's look at reporting enhancements with Amplify reports. So now, as you all are aware that Amplify is currently present on raw data and lead manager. So many of our clients are using this Amplify, that is the voice broadcast solution powered by Meritto, for generating leads and engaging with the leads. But again, you have so many campaigns and you have so many data to understand. How do you actually track which particular campaign is actually working, which particular campaign has generated a lot of leads, which is the most effective campaign that you have done in your Meritto system? So for this, what we are trying to do is introducing Amplify reports. So this actually provides a clear visibility into your campaign performance as well as the cost and the investments involved. Now you can view simplified Amplify communication performance directly within your dashboard for both raw data and lead manager. And apart with that, we have also an exclusive ROI report specifically designed to track the cost incurred per lead, per applicant, and per enrolled conversions right through different funnel stages. So from generation to the application to final enrollment, each and everything is covered so that you can actually have a complete, deep and drill down view of what's actually happening and how the leads are engaging with your campaigns.
Having these performance matrices as well as having that ROI breakdown readily available in the dashboard will be incredibly useful for managing Amplify campaigns effectively.
Definitely, that's actually true. And lastly, rounding off our integrations tour is the most exciting new Echo dashboard. Echo is our WhatsApp engagement feature, as we have previously discussed, and this dashboard is designed to simplify enquiry management and boost performance tracking for your chat interactions. You get a real-time conversation status summary, tracking, like for example, Nia, how many of them were queued, how many were picked conversations with clickable counts to drill down on. You can monitor user and team performance in real time, like conversations picked, replied, resolved, everything. And also the average turnaround times that you have for each and every action and operation. So for deeper analysis, you can actually use these and actually understand and get a better visual and understanding of your Echo engagement. Plus, it also includes lead engagement and conversion analytics to track how leads engaged by Echo are eventually converting and helping, so that actually it helps you to measure the ROI that you are actually using as Echo for engagement.
That sounds like a comprehensive command center for optimizing both agent and chat performance and proving its value.
Yes, in fact, this is absolutely true. And coming to that, giving you more command over your communication, we have another update that we have, and that gives you more control, and that is our customizable SMS flow feature. Now, SMS service, as you know, automatically pause once your credit balance reaches zero, isn't it?
So this helps avoid unexpected charges, right?
Yes, exactly. No more surprise bills here. And you can also manually pause transactional SMS through the stop transactional SMS configuration that we have provided in the SMS control section. We are also introducing credit alerts to help you proactively manage your credits. You will receive real-time notifications when your credits reach specific thresholds, such as 50%, 70%, 80%, 90%. or when the balance drops below a certain number. For example, if you have 5,000 credits set as the threshold limit, then once it starts dropping down below that threshold, then you will automatically receive a notification where it will ask you to recharge your SMS credits so that you can actually go ahead with your SMS communication.
Smart. Nobody likes surprises, especially when it comes to credits and costs. This new feature will really help our users stay on top of their SMS usage and as well as avoid any service disruptions.
Yes, it really is. So now let's switch gears a little slightly. So Parul, I'm so much excited. So can you please update on us Zinc?
Happy to. Zinc is all about real-time notifications for your teams. Now, Zinc you can now Zinc real-time alerts for key status changes from lead and application on assignments to even registration attempts delivered across web, mobile, and email. And what more, Zinc is now officially supported on your iOS devices.
Aha, very important for those of us glued to our flashy iPhones. That's fantastic news.
Exactly. It enables sales and admissions teams to react instantly to important events, improving response times and potentially boosting engagement and conversion rates. With multi-channel access and now iOS compatibility, your team stays informed wherever they are.
I agree. Speed and accessibility are really crucial here. Great update. So now let's move on to something else. Now we can talk about simplifying login workflows with Okta SSO, which is a simpler way of authenticating yourself on Meritto. So we do know that managing multiple logins can be a point of friction, isn't it, Parul?
It certainly can. This upgrade focuses squarely on enhancing user experience through Okta single sign-on. This means it is even easier to access Meritto. User will now enjoy the convenience of logging in just once to seamlessly access both your institutional apps as well as Meritto app, reducing login fatigue.
Okay. So the main message here is what I get is simplified access, like for example, one login and very less hassle.
Precisely, it streamlines the login process, making it quicker and far more convenient for users every single day. While it also centralizes the authentication, which naturally aids security and compliance and can reduce some of the administrative works for the IT teams.
Streamlined access is always a welcome improvement. Thanks, Parul. And finally, one more significant addition to the Meritto suite, and that is the channel partner CR. So for institutions that rely on a network of channel partners or agents, managing those relationships, tracking leads, and ensuring proper attribution can actually be very complex.
Tell us more, Som. How does this module specifically handle the channel partners?
Certainly. So essentially meant specifically for online degree programs, it lets you effortlessly manage university partnerships, student interests, and enrollments from a channel partner CR, all in one place. Think of it as centralizing everything, every kind of data that you have, from lead management to partner attribution, and getting that all important 360-degree view of the entire student journey.
360-degree view. Wow, that sounds like an essential tool for institutions providing online degree programs, scaling through partner networks. Centralized control and clear visibility are always the key.
Exactly. And also, it brings the much needed structure and efficiency to managing partner ecosystems.
And speaking of structure and efficiency, let's talk about a powerful resource within Meritto, Atlas.
Atlas, I don't think we have discussed that yet. What is it?
Think of Atlas as your guide and the Atlas to navigate in Meritto. It's your team's resource hub inside Meritto, designed to keep everyone updated as well as trained. What's new section shows every update so that your teams are always informed.
That's really helpful. So what else?
Atlas also has a powerful search function for instant answers with articles and guides. There's also a monthly newsletter with key information delivered month on month.
Aha. Sounds really comprehensive here. So what else can it help us with this atlas?
It can also help you train your own teams through enrollments for certifications, as well as community updates on events and resources.
Each one teach one kind of thing. A good way to learn and grow, actually.
There's even help desk for support. So Atlas keeps you updated, provides answer, and offers all sorts of helpful resources.
So that could really maximize a team's efficiency, as I see. So finally, this wraps up our major updates for the Meritto platform. Now let's shift our focus to Calexo, our unified payment suite. Sarthak, now the floor is all yours.
Thanks, Sovan Parul. Some really powerful updates on the Meritto side. Now let's talk about making financial interactions simpler and smarter with Calexo. First up, something truly innovative we are really excited about. Calexo Pixie. Calexo Pixie is a digital-first, all-in-one ID card designed to simplify student life. It's a single companion for identity verification, seamless campus access, cashless payments, and even transit rights. Wrapped in a sleek, secure design, Pixie isn't just another card. It's the only one they'll need. And that's not all. Every time students use Pixie for payments, they earn rewards and unlock exclusive Pixie perks, giving them rewards just for going about their day. Students can make seamless payments, both online as well as offline, by tapping or swiping, as well as tapping their card to travel, all without needing a bank account.
Aha, an all-in-one smart ID that handles access, payments, transit, and offer rewards. That's really fantastic, Sarthak. So I am so curious to know that how do students are able to manage the card?
Good question, sir. Managing Pixie is as seamless as using it. Students need to download the Calexo app and activate their Pixie. Once activated, students can manage their card directly from the Calexo app. Let's go through a demo of how students would be able to manage Pixie. So once they are on the dashboard, on the My Pixie tab, they would be able to see key information points such as prepaid balance, transit balance, as well as they would be able to view transactions from a single click. By clicking on the Access Virtual Card, they would be able to access the card details, which would be required for making online payments. So in this format, they would be able to see the card details. Since Pixie is a numberless card, losing it wouldn't really mean that students would be losing funds from their Pixie account as well. Also, they can view transactions in a single view. Students can easily add prepaid balance by clicking on the Add Prepaid Balance button. Once balance has been added, it would get reflected in real time in the prepaid balance section. They can move funds from their prepaid balance to their transit balance for transit purposes such as metro. They can manage their card limits for managing how much they spend monthly as well as on a daily basis. They can disable certain features as well, such as tap and pay and online spends if they want. If they lose access to their card, then they can lock their card as well. Locking is very seamless. They just need to input in the lock text and click on the lock button. Doing this would lock the card and no one would be able to use the card for making any sort of transactions. Once they gain access to their card, they can unlock it as well. Your students can easily reset the PIN as well with just a few taps. They would be required to enter in a few key details. After which they would be receiving an OTP and they would be needing to enter it and some other details such as date of birth as well as entering and confirming the PIN that they would like to set. They just need to enter the new PIN and confirm it, and the PIN would be set. In case, just a second. In case students lose access to their card, it gets misplaced, then they can block it. Blocking the card is permanent, and no one would be able to access it in the future. With Pixie, students aren't just carrying a smarter card, they're also in full control of it, every step of the way. If you would like to know more about Pixie, sign up for the upcoming webinar where our product experts will be diving deeper into how the smarter unified student ID card enhances the experience of the students. That is scheduled on 24th April. I'm repeating again, sign up for the webinar. The link for the same is present in the chat box.
Great, Sarthak. Truly exceptional. So as you can see, that convenience, control, security, and rewards, that exactly is an incredibly compelling proposition for students that simplifies operations for institutions. So what else is new in Calexo apart from this?
Sure, so let's head to the next feature that we have introduced. Let's tackle a common operational challenge for institutions: managing installment fees, subscriptions, or any kind of scheduled payment plan. Varying amounts, staggered dates, and the need to define new fee structures for each student can lead to administrative overload and inefficiencies. Not to mention the delays caused when students miss payments due to inflexible systems. That's why we build recurring payments. With recurring payments, your institution can streamline the entire process of collecting installment fees. Whether it's tuition paid in parts, recurring course subscriptions, or any other repeat payment, everything becomes easier to manage, both for your team as well as your students.
Installment collection can definitely be complex and time consuming. What other benefits does this feature have?
For institutions, the benefits are huge. First, potentially, collect more faster. Students have the option to pay multiple upcoming installments at once if they choose. Secondly, they get to eliminate redundancy by defining a recurring fee structure, like quarterly fees for the entire year just once, instead of creating numerous individual fees. Thirdly, and most importantly, unmatched flexibility. You can easily customize fee amounts, collection start as well as end dates, and payment breakdowns on a per applicant basis, accommodating special arrangements or changes without hassle.
Yes, that level of flexibility that you're talking about, especially per applicant customization, sounds incredibly powerful for finance teams. So, means what's the experience like for students in this case?
It's significantly smoother for them too. Students get clear visibility into their entire payment schedule through a dedicated dashboard. They see upcoming and past dues clearly. They have flexible payment options and can choose to pay single or multiple installments conveniently using various payment methods, just like any other fee payment on Calexo. It brings clarity, structure, and convenience, reducing confusion and payment friction. Now let's go through a demo to show how you can manage recurring fees and how your applicants would be able to pay the same. First up, how would you configure payment plans? So to configure payment plans, head over to the settings page and click on the payment plan button in the fees configuration section. There, you would be required to add a new payment plan. You can set up payment plans to assign students to specific plans and manage their installment schedules effectively. You need to enter a name for the plan as well as the max number of installments that you would like to collect. Once activated, you can easily manage it by editing it. Now let's see how you can assign payment plans to applicants. Once payment plans have been added, you need to define the payment plan for each applicant. That you can do so from the applicant records page in the applicant data section in the menu. To do so, click on the Add Plan Details button against the applicant for which you would like to add details to. Once you click on the button, you would be required to enter in the currency that you would like to collect payment in. You would be required to select the number of installments that you would like to collect from the student, as well as whether you would like to define a due date or not. Due date is necessary for defining the date for which late fees would be collected. After which late fees would be collected. So in this instance, let us define two installments, first for semester 1 and the second for semester 2. In this instance, we are defining three fee heads: admission fee, tuition fees, and hostel fees for the semester 1. In the semester 2, we would only be defining tuition fees and hostel fees, since admission fee is generally collected only once when the applicant signs up and gets enrolled. So by clicking on the copy same dates for all button, you can conveniently copy the start date, due date, and end date for all the installments, reducing manual work. You can even apply surcharges to all the installments at the same time by selecting the surcharge. By clicking on the submit button, the payment plan gets assigned to the applicant. You can edit the payment plan as and when you like. Do note that you can only edit the unpaid installments. Now let's move on to how you can configure recurring fees for your applicants. To do so, head over to the Fee Connect page. Click on the Add Fees button. For recurring payments, all you need to remember is that you need to select recurring as the payment channel. Once you select recurring as the payment channel, you need to select the payment plan that you have defined. Select the payment mode and the rest of the details as you are used to. You can even enable late fee collection, and late fee collection would work as per the due dates that have been defined for each applicant. You can easily get a view of how many applicants have been assigned to the recurring fees by clicking on the Get Applicants count. In this instance, no applicant has been assigned the recurring payment plan that has been selected in the fee, and therefore a zero number is being shown. You can easily edit the fee connect as well, as and when you like. Now let's move on to how you would be able to track recurring fees in the payment ledger and view the same in the applicant profile. You need to head over to the payment ledger. Now in the payment ledger remains mostly the same. You would be able to view the total amount, paid late fee, due amount for all the applicants that have been added. For recurring fees, total amount would be the same as the sum of all of the installments. Once you click on an application number, you will be redirected to the applicant profile, wherein you would be able to notice a difference. That is the show fee breakup button, which would show the details of each installment, whether the applicant has paid each installment or not, how much is due, what was the start date, due date, as well as end date of each installment. You can view the payment history for the applicant, the fee breakup, as well as the related orders for the recurring fees. By clicking on another order, you will be shown the details of that order that you have just selected. This makes reconciliation very easy. Now let's head over to how your applicants would be experiencing the payment flow on the Calixo applicant portal for recurring fees. Once a user selects an applicant for which they'd like to make payment, confirms the details, then they'd be able to see the recurring fees in the pending fee on the fee selection tab in the pending fee tab in case the applicant has not made full payment for that recurring fee. Once they click on the continue button, they'll be able to see an overall view of the total fee amount for that particular fees, how much amount has been paid by the applicant, as well as the remaining amount that they have to pay. They can conveniently multi-select multiple installments if they are eligible for it and click on the Pay Now button. Once they click on the Pay Now button, they would be redirected to the checkout page, wherein they would be able to make payments as they are used to on Connexo. Directly from the checkout page also, they can select installments which they'd like to pay. They can update that. Once they make up their mind and click on the Pay Now button, the experience remains exactly the same. Once an applicant has paid, they can download the receipt directly after making the payment. Upon clicking on the download receipt button, the receipt would get downloaded on the applicant system. And here's how the download receipt would look like. It would have the installments which they have paid for. So yeah, this was all about recurring fees. You may wonder that recurring fees, just a second, you may wonder that it is a manual process which involves adding a lot of data for each applicant, as had been showed by me earlier. Well, you can add the same by using bulk upload, wherein you can add the data of multiple applicants, the payment data of multiple applicants from a single CSV file, as well as through your ERPs using Connexo's APIs, and also from the Enrollment Cloud. That is, when a student successfully gets enrolled using Meritto's Enrollment Cloud, when their data gets pushed to Connexo, the payment details, the plan details for the same can also get added then and there only, making the entire process staged. So this was all about recurring payments. Let's now move on to the next feature. Just a second. Yeah. So the next feature, let's now move on to security enhancements related to the Connexo Institute portal. In today's digital landscape, ensuring the security of institutional data and user access is more critical than ever. That's why we have enhanced the Connexo Institute portal with powerful new security features. Our latest updates are designed to give your institution full control over access, authentication, and account recovery without compromising on usability.
Yes, definitely. Means, I guess security is always the topmost priority here. So can you throw some more light on the key enhancements that we have here for this?
Sure, sir. Firstly, we have introduced multi-factor authentication to the Institute portal login process. Multi-factor authentication adds an extra layer of security by requiring users to verify their identity using 2 or more methods. Typically something they know, like a password, and something they have, like access to an email or a device. This makes it significantly harder for unauthorized users to gain access, even if they have compromised the password.
MFA is definitely among the best practices there are.
Yes, Parul. It's enabled by default for all institutes and their users. While email OTP, as shown in the second screen over here, is the default method, users have the option to switch to an authenticator app-based login, like Google Authenticator or Microsoft Authenticator, directly from the user profile settings if they prefer.
Yes. So stronger security by default with user choice for authentication methods. That's exactly the most balanced approach. In fact, could you actually, help me with anything else related to this portal login? I am sure there are more.
Yes, so you are absolutely right. Complementing MFA, we have also simplified the account recovery process. Authorized users can now send secure password reset links directly from within the Institute portal. This not only streamlines account recovery, but also reduces dependency on support teams. These upgrades collectively underscore a commitment to providing a secure, reliable, and user-friendly administrative experience on Connexo.
That's a really comprehensive security upgrade, Sarthak. In fact, the addition of multi-factor authentication and the streamlined password reset process will greatly enhance the security and user-friendliness of the portal.
Absolutely, sir. And finally, let's move on to the last enhancement, that is expanded gateways and currencies for seamless global connection. As more institutions attract applicants from across the globe, the complexity of handling international payments increases. That's why we keep evolving as per your needs. With the integration of the Sampat payment gateway, collecting payments from students in Sri Lanka is now seamless. We have also added the support for Indonesian rupiah currency, extending our already robust international currency offerings. What this means for an institution is that your institution can accept payments from over 15 countries with Calixo's multi-currency support. Calixo also boasts support for global as well as regional payment gateways like Stripe, Paystack, Thalti, and now Sampan. Your applicants get to experience faster, friction-free transactions, all within the same platform. So whether you're onboarding students from Southeast Asia, North America, Europe, Africa, or the Middle East, our enhanced PG and currency support ensures you never miss a payment due to geography.
Wow, Sarthak, those Calixo updates are really impressive. Calixo Pixie in particular sounded like a genuine game changer for the student experience.
Yes, indeed. Pixie. Sounds so clear and simple. Okay, thanks, Parul. So we are really excited to see how institutions and students benefit from these enhancements.
Great job, Soham. And thanks again, Parul, for guiding us through all the powerful new features in Meritto. It's clear that across both platforms, the focus this quarter has been on delivering purpose-built solutions that empower you, our users, with greater efficiency, deeper insights, and enhanced experiences.
Definitely, we are constantly listening to your feedback and working to provide you better tools, more control, and streamlined workflows.
And ensuring a secure, seamless, and modern experience remains a core principle driving a development at Meritto and Calixo.
Yes, tremendous. So, all right, we have in fact covered a tremendous amount of ground here. Now, as promised, let's open the floor for the questions. We have already seen quite a few come in already. Please continue to use the Q&A feature to submit any questions you have about the features discussed today. We will dedicate the next 15 minutes or so to answering as many as we can. So let's dive into the first question here. Okay, so I can see the first question is in WhatsApp Business, what are the pre-setup to be done before onboarding via embedded sign-up process? That's a really great question. So the thing is, in WhatsApp Business, while before you are trying to do the embedded sign-up flow, that is, as you have seen in the Meritto portal, you will have to have a verified Meta Business Manager account that you need to set up on the Meta Business portal. So the Meta Personal Profile and the Meta Business Profile are two separate things. You will have to have a Meta Business portal, or as said, as Meta Business Portfolio these days. It is in fact very better that you have a verified Meta Business Manager account so that you don't have to face any kind of hurdles or challenges while signing up for WhatsApp Business. Next, after that, you also have to have some users who will be actually able to control that business manager account, and that's it. You can right away go for setting up your WhatsApp business account without any hassle.
So let me take up another question that I can see for Calixo. Recurring payment seems nice flexibility wise, but it seems like a lot of manual effort would be required to define payment plans for each applicant individually. Is there any faster method of assigning plans to applicants? Yes, absolutely. So the best method that I would say for adding payment plans for applicants would be when they get enrolled. So in case your institution is using Meritto's Enrollment Cloud, when an applicant gets enrolled, their data gets pushed to Calixo. At that time only, the payment plan for each applicant can get added. So that makes it really seamless. Also, in case you would like to upload the data manually, you can do so by bulk uploading via Excel files. So in a single Excel file, you can add the entire payment data entire payment plan details for each applicant, and that would really make the process easier. Also, in case you are using an ERP and that ERP has entire details of payment plans for each applicant, you can seamlessly push all the data using Calexo's APIs to Calexo. So these are the ways in which you can seamlessly add data, add payment plan details to Calexo.
Okay, I can see the next question. So in Amplify reports, could you please explain more about ROI calculation? Okay, that is in fact really good question again. So the thing is, as we had discussed in Amplify reports, the first and the foremost thing is that they are actually available for raw data and lead manager module. And apart from that, in the case of ROI, what we are actually trying to measure is the lead journey and what are the investments that you have done for each and every phase. So basically, let's say that you have a raw data sample and you actually initiate an amplify or voice broadcast campaign on those set of raw data samples. From those raw data samples, whoever gets converted into the leads into your Meritto CRM system, those are the leads that will be taken into account. Okay, now we will be tracking the entire journey of those set of leads. Only those set of leads which have actually come into the system from raw data via amplify campaigns, those are the set of leads that we're actually taking into account to measure the ROI. So in case, let's say you have invested around 1 lakh rupees for 10,000 raw data samples for your voice amplify campaign. And from there, you actually see that you have generated around 50,000 leads. So the cost per lead here in this case for you is simple 1 lakh by 50,000, that is 2 rupees per lead. Now, similarly, now let's say from those 50,000 leads, eventually some of them get converted or finish up their applications. So how many of them were paid applicants, like they also paid up their things? So in this case, the total investment amount that you had at the onset was 1 lakh, and out of 50,000, let's say around 10,000 of them completed the applications and also paid up the amount. So the cost per paid applicant would be 1 lakh by 10,000. So you'll be having around 100 rupees. So, 10 rupees. So this is how the calculation is actually happening. So the key thing to ensure here is that only the leads that are generated from raw data via Amplify will only be taken into account for calculating the ROI setup. And one more question I would like to answer here, and that is, what are the general limits of adding phone numbers to WABA account? So WABA is nothing but WhatsApp business account. So in this case, as you can see, basically, if you have a non-verified Meta business portfolio, in that case, Facebook allows you to add only 2 numbers overall. You can have many WhatsApp business accounts under your Meta business portfolio, but overall, taking into account all the WhatsApp business accounts, you can add only 2 numbers. Once your Meta business portfolio is verified by Meta, then in that case, you have the option to add more numbers. You can add around 10 to 15 or even around 20 numbers. If in case you feel, and again, this is something respect to Meta guidelines. So basically it may be different for different colleges as well, depending upon the engagement and other things and communications. And apart from that, if you feel that your 20 number message limit, 24 number limit is actually quite less and you want to increase that, then for that process, you will have to raise a direct ticket to Meta support, and they will actually be verifying your communications and your engagement and everything. And based on that, they will be again increasing the limit for the phone numbers. So yeah, so these I guess these are the kind of questions that we had. We are, in fact, really welcome to answer more.
So, okay, it looks like we're just about at the end of our time for today. Thank you all so much for joining us for this edition of Illuminate by Meritto. We truly appreciate you taking the time out of a busy schedule to learn about the latest updates. Your engagement and insightful questions have been fantastic.
Yes, a huge thank you from me as well. We hope you are excited about leveraging all the new features in Meritto as we are about delivering them.
Thanks everyone for being here. In fact, we look forward to seeing how you utilize this Calexo updates and Meritto updates to simplify all your workflows and financial operations and enhance the student in the lead and the user experience. In fact, we will be also sharing a recording of this webinar via email in the coming days. Please stay tuned for that and keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, if you have any further questions and need clarification or want assistance getting started with any of these new features that we have discussed today, please don't hesitate to reach out to your dedicated account manager. We are always here to help you maximize the value you get from Meritto and the Calypso suite. So stay tuned for our upcoming webinars. As you can see, we have already given the list as well as the date and the times and also the link for you to sign up. And we are really, really very, very thankful for all of the people who have actually joined us here. And take care. Good luck. Goodbye, everyone.